Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another timeless episode of Movie Boarding, the only movie podcast that has gotten a cease and desist letter from Steven Spielberg. Amazing, guys. We finally done it. We're on the map. And it's like, hey, Spielberg, we're big fans on the podcast. I don't think we've done. I think the only thing we've done of Steven Spielberg is that he kind of had the concept for Little Giants. But that's about it. But this week and the following episode, we're going to be ramping up to the release of the new Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Rebirth. So we're going to be doing some movies that are loosely related to that. And on this episode, recorded over Zoom, I did a little something different. So the second part where we talk about the movie that we watched, I started it about 5 minutes before we finished watching the movie. So you get a little bit of the last 5 minutes. We get a little bit of commentary from myself and my guest. Thank you so much to everybody for listening, sharing, liking, and subbing. We really appreciate that. I do this for fun, but all that stuff is greatly appreciated. This could become a second income at some point. Alrighty, so this week we're going to be doing a movie starring Ben Kingsley, Ed Burns, and David Oyelowo. However that name is pronounced, I said it correctly. Based on the short story by Ray Bradbury. This episode is on 2005's A Sound of Thunder. Enjoy. Alrighty, so we're back for Maggie number 2. This time without Abby. Kind of sad.
It kind of makes me sad that she's not here.
It kind of does. But this movie...
Because she brought out some valid points from our last...
Oh yeah, dude.
episode.
100% she did. She said some stuff and I was like, I never noticed that.
From the mind of babes.
She's a very insightful child. I was telling you that'd be cool to have one with just her, but I don't know if it would be like a 5-minute discussion before she's just like.
And I just told you earlier, and I will send it to you afterward. Like when we're paused to actually watch the film.
Yeah.
He made an 8-minute video on my phone. 8-minute short film, not video, of her doing an investigation into disappearing food.
Interesting.
In our house, because our dog likes to snatch food out of our hands and mouth. So anyway, Abby made a video on it.
Okay.
She paused it in certain points. I was her chief witness.
Oh, okay.
I was her chief
Your
witness.
key witness.
So the key witness, she quoted me. She filmed me for some of it.
So when are we gonna send it to the Academy under the short film category? The authors are in a week and a half, so better get on that.
Just gonna try to get her. What is it when they win like an Oscar, a Tony?
Oh, the EGOT.
She's on
Oscar,
her
Golden
EGOT
Globe.
tour.
No, was it Emmy?
She's on her EGOT tour.
I mean, I've seen her do like not plays, but something similar. Like when we were house sitting for you guys, like she would just start
100%.
dancing and like singing. I'm like, all right.
She's a performer.
She's a performer. She's gonna be a star.
She's a superstar.
All right, then, Meg. So I did send you the title of this movie, and I took kind of a gamble that maybe you had seen it, but I know you have not seen this movie.
I have not.
Have you heard anything about this movie? As you walk towards a closet or your back door?
No, that's just my back door. I'm just trying to take my dog out so that she does not interrupt this situation. No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm debating on whether to tell you something very specific about the movie, and I kind of gave a little bit of a hint already.
I feel like you leave out very specific things when it comes to me.
Okay.
You're like,
I think I'm not so much for you because I know JT's gonna watch this with you, and like,
oh,
you'll see when you watch it. Just tell him I'm sorry. But so so the movie we're gonna watch is called The Sound of Thunder, and the reason I sent you those questions about have you ever saw a book or a short story, that you were waiting for the movie to come out. This was that one for me, because this is a short story written by Ray Bradbury, which he wrote Fahrenheit 451, The Martian Chronicles, and then like other stuff. I don't know if you've heard, for sure you've heard of Fahrenheit 451, because that was like, I think, what is it called? Like mandatory reading, like in high school and stuff like that. I know we went to different high schools, but nothing.
No.
But anyway, so this movie is based on this short story. The short story, it takes you probably like 30, 45 minutes to read, and I really, really enjoyed it. So basically, the movie follows a time-traveling safari company that goes on this one particular mission, and stuff goes wrong. And then when they come back to the present day, stuff changes. So it's a time travel movie, and it's a dinosaur movie, basically. So they go...
Hilarity does not ensue.
Oh, well, yes, to some degree, hilarity does ensue. So they go and hunt dinosaurs, basically. But one of the main things is they have to hunt dinosaurs specifically, like when they're about to die, so that it doesn't alter the future. And so this company has done this for many years. But in this one particular one, stuff changes. Now, this movie stars Ed Burns. Okay?
Okay.
It stars Ben Kingsley. And
I love Ben Kingsley.
David Oyelowo. I don't know if you know that name, but he was the actor that played MOK in the movie Selma. So, like, it has big name actors in it. Now, that's what the story is about. So, back to the question that we were talking about. How do you feel about movie adaptations or like book adaptations into movie?
You and I agreed on this.
Yes.
To then disagree on why.
Yes.
Okay, so very clear. You and I agree on we will watch a movie before reading a book.
Yeah.
For very different reasons.
Very different reasons.
You like it because you like film so much.
Yeah.
I like it because it's a visualization of something, but also I've always been disappointed of a film adaptation on a book that I love.
And which is?
And I mentioned something very specific, an old book of Jane Eyre, and you were like, oh, well, that's just Jane Austen. And I was like, that was absolutely not a Jane Austen novel.
Well, what's the difference?
It was written by an entirely different author.
Are you sure? Were they both women?
It was. Hold on. Was it Charlotte Bronte or was it? Hold on. Let me go get my.
Get your copy of the book. Guys, she has left. She said, "I'm going to go get my one copy of my one book that I own."
Oh, it was Charlotte. All right, it was Charlotte.
Jane Eyre. I could have sworn. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I thought they were the same thing.
No, that's Jane. That's a Jane Austen.
Oh, so you have both?
I have many. Anyway, this is a great book. So there have been, I don't even know how many film adaptations of that. Maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
You can probably look it up while we're watching the film. Jane Eyre was written by Charlotte Bronte.
Okay.
Her sister Emily wrote Wuthering Heights, which was a huge film adaptation.
Okay, yes, I know Wuthering Heights.
Great Expectations, I think, was also written by her sister, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought Great Expectations was Dickens.
Was it?
Let's check. As someone who has like a whole bookshelf, I should know this.
All right,
it's mostly filled with comic books. Hold on, let's check it. Wasn't it written by? Yeah, it's Charles Dickens.
All right, it's Charles Dickens, but like, Charlotte Bronte wrote Jane Eyre.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wrote Wuthering Heights. I don't know if it was her or her sister.
That is true. Somebody did write Wuthering Heights. That is a fact. Let's check it out.
I hate you so much right now.
Emily Bronte. Or Bront.
Bornte.
Bront. Are they making a version of this with Margot Robbie?
Are they?
I don't know. That's what it says. Pops up here.
What?
Speaking of adaptations. Oh, it's not Withering. It's Wuthering Heights.
All right, whatever.
I like The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Shut up.
I know. I've heard of these books. I have no idea what they're about. What is Jane Austen about?
Jane Austen is an author.
What is Jane Eyre about? What is Jane Eyre about? I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
Jane Eyre is a semi... Okay, it is a love story, obviously. As anybody in the... But it was very different. So she is a governess who happens to fall upon this manor where it's not like superstitious or like supernatural things are happening, but there also kind of are. But it turns out that it's not like very supernatural, but it's a love story through and through that happens. I don't know. There's just lots of themes going through it. You have to just read it. Just read it once, twice.
3 times.
Read it. Read it thrice.
Okay.
3 times a lady, and then you and I can have a conversation about it. I will read it for like my 19th time, and be happy to discuss it with you. But I read it probably every year or two.
I'll do the audiobook.
You can, and then you can also watch. It's Fassbinder. It's Michael Fassbinder and Alice.
Michael Fassbinder and Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
So in my case, I wouldn't say I really anticipated anything, but I did read the Hunger Game. I saw the Hunger Game movies, and then I read the books. And the books are actually really well. I think they're really well written.
They're really. You know what? I will throw down a Divergent series.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen, read, or heard, or I know I haven't read, but I've never seen the movie. I don't think I have.
Theo James.
Okay, wow.
Hold on. That is one book. Okay, so The Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh, okay.
Was a fantastic book. Amazing book. Great themes throughout. Really well written to where you could follow what was happening. There was foreshadowing happening throughout the book. And then I watched the movie. The movie was very disappointing. It was Eric Bana and what's the girl that I loved? The girl from Mean Girls.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams.
Yes. She was so good in it. But it was like the movie falls so flat because you have 2 hours to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Showtime did a series of it, but they only got through 1 season. Well,
then that kind of ruins it.
But like they did such a good job. And it was Theo James who did the Divergent series with, oh gosh, I'm forgetting all of like the actresses' names today.
Shailene Woodley.
Shailene Woodley. Yes, thank you. Shailene Woodley, who like was really good in the character for Divergent, but Theo James is like a really good lead male character on films. So he has done how many different adaptations of books now?
I have no idea.
A few, but he was really good in the Divergent series, which the films did not do the books justice. The books are really good. If you like Hunger Games, you would like Divergent. If you like Divergent, you would probably like a few other books that you and I can talk offline about.
The Maze Runner, the moving city, the Goblet of something or other.
No, not Harry Potter.
The look at, I'm a teenager and I'm gonna beat all the governments and whatnot.
Yes.
So with me, I kind of learned to do this with the Hunger Games because the last 2 movies were not good.
No.
They could have done that one movie in just 1 instead of 2. But I am able to separate the 2 and just be like, oh, these are 2 different things. I'm not like, oh, they did that in the book, they did that. I'm more of like, oh, okay, I see why they left that out in the movie because it doesn't really translate that well visually. Yeah. Like on paper it does. So that's why I usually watch the movie first.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, this is a standard of the movie. And then the book is usually like fills you in on the things. So I'm like, oh, okay, like that's, you know what I also do like too is reading novelizations of movies. So they make the movie first and then they write a novel.
I feel like Star Wars is like one of the things that there's a lot of novelizations of the film. And then like things get taken into canon that you're like, okay.
Well, what I'm thinking of is the new Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I read the novelization after the movie, and it kind of fills in some of the gaps.
Okay.
But I mean, I am one
Some
of those.
of my books that I've been reading have been very Star Wars inspired, but they're also like semi-romantic novels.
Romance in space. I mean,
Cheap.
Star Wars kind of had that. It also had incest, but that's another,
Different story for a different day.
Yeah. All right, Maggie. So are you ready to watch this time travel dinosaur movie starring Sir Ben Kingsley?
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
As one could ever be ready.
Okay. Once again, I am sorry, but we have to watch this movie.
Are you gonna hold on? I have to ask this. Are you gonna enjoy this more if I don't enjoy it or if I do enjoy it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. As long as you're not mad at me.
Do you want me to like this? You want me to just experience it?
I want you to experience it. This movie that I anticipated since I was in high school, and it came out 2 years afterwards. And when they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be like starring these people," actually, initially it was gonna be Pierce Brosnan was gonna be in it, and this was this was like back in the day where you had to go on forums to figure stuff out. It wasn't just like Nerd News or whatever.
Nerd News. You were not IMDbing it.
No. And I went to go see it like a couple of days after.
What is it called again?
A Sound of Thunder.
Oh.
2005's epic movie. 2005's epic movie. A Sound of Thunder. All right, we're gonna be back in only like an hour and 30 minutes. The 1 and the 2 and the 3. They actually mentioned that in the short story. They're like, specifically, like if you go back and you kill a butterfly, like it could
have a disaster effect. Okay, so was the butterfly effect?
Okay, what time? When did the butterfly effect movie called? Butterfly. I think I saw that. Oh, 2004.
Slingshot engaged.
So it came out before.
He's about to go back. There's about to be another time wave. Oh my god. Find a way.
Maggie, at what point did you realize, oh, this movie's going to be bad?
I want to say it was like 32 seconds in. 100% sure. It's 32 seconds in.
And the CGI at the beginning was like okay, where they're in the streets and you see the cars, like they could have just filmed that like outside.
The dinosaur was so bad.
Okay, so like the reason it's like it is.
What did she turn into?
Oh,
ew.
Yeah, she turned into like a little weird blue monster. Yeah.
Rip.
So during this time, Maggie, the franchise, the company franchise that like produced it went bankrupt. So that's why it's like you could totally tell.
I could probably do better CGI on Microsoft Paint.
I bet you Abby probably could. Oh my gosh, there's 2 Ed Burns. You kept saying Edward Norton yesterday, but it's Ed Burns.
It's Ed Burns. Yeah, I did say that.
No, not the butterfly. No. Why is he yelling? It's not like he knew that there was 2 of them. Anybody's gonna die right just someone's ass. It won't be me.
Get back on the beat.
Why are you looking at me like that? Are you sure he's dead? You want to check his pulse?
Well, there's not going to be any footprint.
No.
Sure he's dead? You want to check his pulse? Okay. Anyone hurt? They're fine. What happened back there? Don't you know? He fell like where he was supposed to.
Oh wow, we are exactly synced up.
Did anyone break any protocols? Then we're fine.
Now there's the volcano.
We better get going. Follow me.
Clay, by the way, I know. When we get back, the biofilter, turn it back on, okay? Good boy.
Her acting chops are just the best.
And what's with the lady just randomly showing up at his apartment?
Oh yeah, like there was no need for that. Like,
That's so unnecessary.
and then okay, so there's that part where they're at the party, like after they come back, and she goes to Ben Kingsley. She's like, "Can I ask you a question?" Like it was gonna be something very important. She's like, "Where's Ed Burns?" And I was like, "You could have just asked where the doctor was. You didn't have to make it all secretive." Like,
Oh no.
"Can I ask you a question?" Yes, anything. Where's that hot doctor?
Well done. Promise you the experience of a lifetime, and we deliver. Long as you know everything was according to plan.
Come on, Ben Kingsley.
Equipment malfunction.
You were in Gandhi, bro. Like, you were Gandhi.
You know who he reminds me of? Okay, the Hunger Games,
Oh
Stanley
yeah,
Tucci.
yeah. Stanley, the
Like
Tooch.
super pan,
The Tooch.
like white hair.
Yeah. I kept saying that when I was watching this movie for the second time.
Gotta take a look at this.
Hold on, this is the best dialogue.
The recording malfunctioned. We don't have a holodisc. Don't let anyone see it.
Well, what's on here?
I don't know how to say this stuff. Certainly nuttier than usual.
You.
Ew.
No. It was another you.
Actually, very much the same you.
What?
Get out of here.
Why did she give him a kiss on the? Why is everybody in love with Ed Burns?
I mean, Ed Burns is pretty dreamy. He did save Private Ryan, so maybe that's why.
Oh my god, it's like the CGI effects just get worse and worse and worse.
Did you notice in the beginning, like all the cars were all like yellow? So I'm like, are all the cars yellow, or is there just that many taxi cabs in the city?
They have like that one random thing that looks like the Tesla Cybertruck that they were in that was impenetrable, but he just basically kicked it open. The guy that got taken by the bats.
Come for another argument. I'm tired. Let
I need to speak to you. It's important.
I can send you.
If you knew what I had, you knew anything to stop me from saying that.
Oh.
Well, be here.
I will say this much: her apartment is pretty spectacular.
Wait. You know, I'm going
The rent must be super high. It's Chicago.
what do you want?
put myself out of
Wait, they never say it's Chicago, do they? We're just kind of assuming it's Chicago. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
no, I looked it up. It is in Chicago.
okay
seen it twice myself, and it's got everything.
because it has like the Sears Tower and the Hancock Tower. So I'm like, it's
Everything you've been warning us about has already happened, and it's all right here.
Can we pick like our worst CGI animals?
Being such a pain.
the ape lizards or the
Oh, I think the fish one was the worst. The one that almost killed him. That one was terrible. Like when it came out of the water, horrendous.
that looks like I'm almost positive that's just a Pokeball, the
It's
holodisc.
100% a Pokemon button.
I don't even think they painted it because I think some came like metallic red. Dun dun to more CGI cars.
Legitimately one of the worst acted and most terrible CGI jobs I've ever seen. The
And
Ooga Chaka.
A
the
sound
Ooga
of
Chaka baby-
thunder. Bah, 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 bah.
The Ooga Chaka baby was more CGI. Let me.
This movie should have been made by the Sci-Fi Channel. Oh my goodness, this movie is terrible.
Wait a minute. So the whole premise is that these are films that you liked, right? Did you like this movie when you first watched it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But like the reason
validated now because I'm like,
no, I didn't
there's
like it.
no way that he liked
I was
this.
so disappointed. I've seen like terrible movies, like some of the Fantastic Four movies I was hyped for, and it was like terrible. Some of the DC movies, you know, you watch them and they're terrible, and you were really hyped for them, but I was just like, whatever. Like this one, I was legitimately like disappointed. Like they didn't even make an attempt. Now, granted, that company was bankrupt, but still, like, if you have a movie with Ben Kingsley, for crying out loud, and this is what you produce.
Ed Burns list this movie on his resume?
I know, right?
Okay, so something that I sent you.
Uh-huh.
Let's just break it down. Like, there's horrible different portions of this film. There's the horrible dialogue.
Yes.
There's the horrible acting, and then there's horrible CGI. When we go to the dialogue, I sent you a video creator on Instagram last night after the first like 5 minutes of me watching.
Yeah. I don't even think it was that long.
Because I was like, wow, this is everything she spoofs. So her name is what? Delaney Rowe?
Yeah, Delaney something, yeah.
She's hysterical because she's so spot on with all of her like terrible dialogue, especially like people trying to write other people that are witty. And everybody was out trying to wit each other.
Especially that doctor and Ed Burns.
I told your doorman that I was your niece. What?
So like, okay, I feel that even though like this movie was bad, that Ben Kingsley was 100% on board with this movie.
Was 100%. He was trying so hard.
His wig was terrible. I don't know why they gave him that look.
His spray tan was horrendous.
They try to make him look like, I don't know, like Willy Wonka, like you said, Stanley Tucci from the Hunger Games, even though that was, you know, years after, but.
Listen, I will say this much. The wardrobe in this movie was very confusing.
It's supposed to be.
People outside look like they were from the 50s. Like the people in suits and ties, like the businessmen.
Yeah, yeah.
But then like Ben Kingsley has like a futuristic suit.
And then Ed Burns just wears whatever was 2005.
Like, a shirt.
Yeah.
So I was very confused. Like, what year is this?
It's supposed to be 2055.
Okay, well, in 2055, if you look up the short story, that safari was $10,000.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It did not account for inflation.
It did not at all. And okay, so do you know why it's called A Sound of Thunder? Which I think is the coolest reason. That's one of the reasons I like the short story.
No.
There's many reasons, but two reasons is A Sound of Thunder was just the they mentioned that in the short story when they heard the I think it was a T-Rex like stomping. That was the sound of thunder. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't read the short story. Basically he tells Ed Burns' character Travis in the short story, he tells him like, do not deviate from the path or do anything, because if you mess up something that'll mess up the future. Like, he doesn't say it outright, but he basically tells him like, I'm gonna kill you. So that's what happens in the short story. They come back and immediately everything's already changed. So they go back to the future and everything's already changed. And then the last line of the short story is that like he basically shoots him, and the last thing that the guy hears is the sound of thunder.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's a cool name.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's cool.
That's the only thing that's cool. Other than that, it really didn't.
The amount of time that we wasted on this.
It's such an awesome movie. I love it.
It's so sad. You know what? I would rather watch the Spice Girls movie any day for this. Please make Vargas watch this.
No, I think I would rather watch this because that one had good production. Like this one does not. You know what I mean? Like, and there's so many plot. Okay, so one of the things that I was like, when I watched it again,
on them plot things.
When they go back, when they try to fix this, like every single time they say that they kill the same Allosaurus, right? Shouldn't they see themselves like every single time, or are they creating different timelines? Okay, right? Then at the end, they go back to the exact same point that they messed up. So what's the logic? Like, how do they? I don't get it. I know it's a time travel movie, and time travel movies are messed up like that, but they don't explain any of that in the movie.
We're gonna slingshot him. That's never been attempted before. Well, Tammy, that's all that's gonna work.
Oh, that cliche with the computer and the guy. It was so 90s, 2000s cliche. It's like a sassy computer.
Sassy computer. Well, Dr. Reed, I know better than you.
Did you notice also too when they come back and he goes to the British doctor's office, who's the one who created the time travel thing? They have to jump out of her apartment building.
Yes, into trees.
Into trees that didn't exist there. So were they just thinking, oh, we're gonna jump to our death?
So here's my issue with like the whole plot hole of like time travel movies. In the book, everything was changed right away, right?
When they come back immediately.
So this one was done through ripples.
Yeah.
If something had been more significantly changed, it would have been changed right away. So I don't know.
They needed to extend this 30-minute short story. Yeah, they needed to
extend the short story to then include waves of time. But it was just so.
So in the short story, when they come back, the thing that they noticed immediately is that all the letters are different. Like the spelling has changed
phonetically.
Yeah, things are written phonetically, and then that would have actually been a cool plot point in this movie if they would have done it in the same thing. As far as in the background of the short story, there was an election, and Keith, I think was the guy's name, won, and when they come back, it's like Deutscher or something like that, and he's like a dictator. First of all, cliche name for like you could have just picked like a more German name than like Deutschman, German guy.
Adolf Deutschmann.
Yeah, Adolf Deutschmann.
So there's no reference here.
I think that would have been cool when they come back, and that was like the sign that they saw something to change. Also, how did you not notice that a huge 2-foot butterfly was on the bottom of some guy's shoes?
Was on the bottom of your foot? And what would the biofilter have done? Because it wouldn't have changed the fact that the butterfly was killed.
What? Okay, why didn't they notice that?
They didn't notice that because they didn't have a biofilter. But what would the biofilter? Oh, that's right,
because he turned it off.
He turned it off, and that was the whole. Oh, that was the government corruption, so that you can blame it on somebody. Ugh. But the whole point was that the evolution was stopped.
Yeah, quote unquote.
There to then lay its eggs. Well, the biofilter wouldn't have done anything to change that.
No, it wouldn't. It would have been the same.
It would have been exactly the same thing. Like, what are you gonna give it mouth to mouth?
Be like, please live, butterfly.
If the doctor gave mouth to mouth to Dr. Reed, the weakest mouth to mouth ever.
Also, I know that they kind of said it a little bit, but I would think that if you are taking that much of a risk, first of all, they should have more than like 30 minutes of training. Yeah. The tourist, it should be like months.
Lights.
Like when the people go on SpaceX and like Blue Horizon, they don't train for like 30 minutes. You're basically doing much more dangerous stuff than that, right? I know that the plot needed to move forward, but then also too, the whole security thing that they had, that when the rest of the guns can't shoot until Ed Burns' guns shoot, and then his malfunctions because it got wet or whatever. You're telling me a gun can't shoot when it gets wet? Like, and they didn't. And then David Oyelowo was like, "Oh, I checked it and it was fine." I'm like, you should have a backup gun or something, like
backup something.
Contingency plans.
There were no contingency plans.
The risk. Okay, you have time travel, and the thing you choose to do is big game safari.
Let's just go back to the dialogue.
Okay.
That whole conversation between the two guys that were gonna go there, like, I just don't like it when the entire plot point is just stated immediately. He was like,
exposition.
I have a family, you have a family, we have to feel like men. Blah, blah. Like, it just was so bad. So bad.
This is grade A screenwriting for me. They when that part, they basically,
I could write a more natural script.
They explain it like within 2 minutes, the entire plot, like exposition wise.
Exactly.
Would you consider this a movie that's so bad it's good?
No.
Oh man, come on, David Oyelowo. You're gonna be.
I'm trying to think of a movie that's so bad that it's good.
Well, okay, so what were some things that you kind of enjoyed from the movie? Did you enjoy like how bad it was, at least, or were you kind of like, oh, I can't wait for this movie to? Or that's why in the beginning I was like, when we did it yesterday, I was like, because I thought JT was gonna watch it with you, and I was like, I know this man is busy, and I would feel bad.
Watched like 7 minutes of it, and he was like, I have to go run an errand. You need to come with me. I was like, okay, I need a break. Okay, let me see. Are there any redeeming qualities of it? It was nice to see the actress from one of my favorite films, Braveheart, was in it, because I don't see her in very many films.
Was she crocheting a leaf at some point?
Yes, super random.
And she was being okay.
They're trying to explain things, and I'm like, is she like gonna show them a pattern
to explain something?
It's like my nervous tick that I have with my hair. Like I play with my hair all the time. Was it a nervous tick? Was she trying to show them something with the leaf? But like, no, they just cut to the next scene, and I was like, did I just see that? I'm glad that you picked up on that, because I was like, that's so random. She's sitting there like braiding a monstera leaf.
And also too, it's like she was still being sassy and like mean at that point. It's like, lady, you're right. We got it. Like, right, help us now. She was still trying to be like, I told you guys, or whatever. It's like, if you go back in time, whatever. She wasn't Cockney, but you know.
But yeah, I think that's probably like one of the only redeeming things was that.
And also too, Ben Kingsley death. They didn't show anything. He just like cut to him, and he's like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I have no idea what killed him.
Maybe it was one of those ape lizards.
Boats. Oh no, the brambles are affecting him.
Isn't it amazing how like in these types of movies people just resort to like barbarianism like super quick?
Immediately. Immediate anarchy.
In a post-apocalyptic world, people are just like selling people and like also too, they were hunting for food, right? And I'm like, it's only been like 2 hours. Are you guys really that desperate for food?
Exactly. Like it's not even 24 hours.
Even then, like you shouldn't be hunting for food.
And it shouldn't be all gone. I don't know. I'm just telling you, there's not any redeeming thing about this film. Anything.
The thing is though, like
props, the CGI, the dialogue, the acting.
Okay, well, this movie, I think this is the lowest rated movie we've ever done. This has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's why I didn't tell you like anything until we watched it, because I know that you were going to look it up.
I knew you were being sneaky too. The moment that the movie started, I was like, oh, he's just trying to get me with a crappy film. He's trying to literally movie board me.
So
like
would you say you got movie boarded today?
I was movie boarded.
Boarded.
This was torturous. You have put me through torture. Actually, it's not you that put me through torture. It was so hard to film Abby's episode because she has
energy.
An energy level that I just cannot keep up with. But the movie was fun and cute and hilarious. You just tortured me, like the one film that I get to watch by myself.
Okay, do you think Abby would have picked up on some of the things, or she would have been like disengaged?
She definitely would have picked up on it. I don't know if she would have thought that movie was terrible like me. Like she wouldn't be like, oh my god, mom, like it looks fake.
I
don't think, because think back to the movies that we watched when we were younger. Like maybe
that's true.
She would not at 8 years old have picked up on like that's horrible special effects. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's smart enough.
Did you notice? And I actually looked this up because I was like, what is he talking about? So Ben Kingsley, when they come back, the first and the second, when they come back from the safaris, that when they come back from the safari, the two that were, well, actually the first one, let's focus on the first one. Ben Kingsley tells them, you're like a pioneer. You're like Columbus discovering the new world. Neil Armstrong on the moon. And then he says, Burr something. We'll go with this guy's name. Burr Baker landing on Mars. And I was like, who's he talking about? So it's actually, that's like the one Easter egg in this movie. So the guy, the astronaut Burr Baker, is from a movie called Capricorn 1, which was a movie directed by the director that did this one.
Oh, okay.
But the whole movie is basically like that them landing on Mars was a hoax. So I'm like, why would you reference that movie, this one? Did you notice also too that on Travis's helmet, it says Travis at some point, and then in the next like frame, it says like Rayer, like his last name. What were those containment suits supposed to do? They're like not airtight.
Nothing. They did nothing.
They're
They
not
did
airtight. There's like gaps. You can
What
see.
is that? What is the pathway made? Okay, first of all, what was the budget on this film?
The budget was 80 million. Don't know where that 80 million went to.
Lie.
And it made only in the U.S. 2 million. Worldwide, it made about 10. So
Listen,
It did not make it 20 back.
redeeming thing about this is that I did not have to rent it.
it was free on Amazon. Hey guys, it's free on Amazon Prime, and probably for a reason.
I am a little bit miffed though that this is going to be something that Amazon might base recommendations on.
I messed up your
Vince,
algorithm.
reviewing.
I messed up your
How
algorithm.
do you review it? We think you might enjoy this.
This
one.
movie is 100 could have been like a sci-fi original, like Sharknado or like pterodactyl demon or were-rabbit nightmare, something or other.
Yeah.
The pastor pterodactyl, that's actually one. Or the pastor raptor or something. Look it up, yes. Maggie, if you had a time machine, would you go back in time to stop this movie from being made?
Yes. And I feel like Ed Burns would be better for it.
The scene at the end where Edward dies or seemingly dies, and she gives him CPR. She doesn't do anything. She just like puts.
I just said that. Did you not hear me? I said
No.
she gives worst mouth to mouth ever, and like she's all.
And then
and he's
no
talking.
chest compressions. Like you can't do chest compressions in the water.
No, it was, and that's what I'm saying. That was the worst CGI for me. Like when that fish popped up out of the water, it was so bad.
What did they spend the 80 million on catering? Like maybe the catering was really good
I think
on craft services.
why they went out of business, but I think that they were money laundering. Money laundering.
Maybe
Because there's
so.
no way that they spent more than like $300,000 to make that whole movie.
Like I said, this movie has amazing actors, and so I looked like to see if there was any interviews of them talking about this movie. Like nothing.
No one's claiming this one. No one's claiming this one.
Maggie got movie boarding.
I see your tricks, Brian.
I was so honestly the thing I was worried about, that as busy as JT is, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna have a movie night, let's watch a good movie, and then he watches this. That's why I was like,
No, it was a specific torture just for me.
yes,
I took the bullet.
you took the
The
bullet.
ice bullet.
You are the second person that
How did they? Okay, so the bullets were made out of ice, right?
yes,
Bullet. How did they keep it refilled?
yeah.
Like they did not refill their guns, not even once.
Also, I don't think that would have killed it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an Allosaurus. It's not like
The
a pig.
Yeah, it exploded the plastic thing.
Again, ice bullets. Ice is made out of water. Why aren't those guns waterproof? Also, I think it was like, wasn't it like liquid nitrogen or like nitrogen ice or something like that? Or did they use that to freeze it?
No. I think that you and I could come up with a more well executed film, like with less plot holes, if like we sat down with a bunch of second graders.
Cause see, the short story, like it's immediate, right? So I know why they had to extend.
How long is the actual?
It
short
took me
story?
about 30 minutes to read, and I'm a slow reader. But what could make it better? Like as far as like the plot, because like I know why they had to extend it, because it's only like 30 minutes. But maybe have them be stuck in the past for a while and then come back and see that everything's like messed up. Like,
Yeah, that or I don't know. There's so much to dissect.
there's also a second time machine that they can just make out of spare parts.
So our first one's underwater. So we have this technology that the government had to create its own sector for because we're the only ones that have it. Oh, but wait, hold on. This other area also has it.
And
too.
it's also in the same city. You would have been cooler, I think, if they got stuck in the past and their whole time they're trying to avoid messing stuff up, right? Like that could be like suspenseful, right? They're avoiding, and then they come back and they still like it still messes up like immediately when you come back. Kind of like the ending is basically like, oh snap! Even they tried all that stuff, but they still messed it up. That would have been cool.
Here is my other thing. They keep going back to this one spot in time, and the butterfly was like such an important thing, but a volcano erupted right by where they were.
Yes, it would have died either way.
That volcano would have killed the butterfly because apparently they had scientists go back in time and figure out the least disruptive thing to kill, which was already going to die. So you're telling me like the butterfly would have just outflown the volcano?
Oh my gosh, that's right, Maggie. It would have died either way. Even if they stepped outside, the lava and the ash would have covered everything.
So like, again, plot hole.
Or they could have gone back to like when the asteroid killed the dinosaurs, right? Back to that moment and sheer destruction. Anything that they did wouldn't have mattered.
Destruction wouldn't have mattered anyway.
We just fixed it. We fixed it, Maggie. We should write franchise movies in Warner Brothers.
Okay, you know what? I will say they didn't do a terrible job with the sets that had like plants all over it and stuff.
Oh, some of those plants were CGI.
Some of the plants were CGI and those were horrible. But like the ones that were not, maybe those props people just deserve like.
Also, they copied The Mummy. What was up with the Beatles?
And what was up with the Beatles just randomly being in her apartment only? Not on the ground floor, not on the tree that they climbed down to get.
And you never hear from them again.
And they're never around again.
Because the ape monster, you hear the like.
It absolutely did remind me of The Mummy.
That's 100% what it was.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you pause this film, like even like when the bat took the guy out of the car, that it looks so fake, even in fast time. Like I didn't even want to bother pausing it, but I'm sure it would just be like the absolute worst looking fake dummy.
And then I think there's actually one actual real cab in the whole movie, but then the rest are CGI. And it's like, first of all, why would they have cabs in the future still?
I don't know.
You have time travel, but you don't have flying cars? What is up with this?
Maybe that's where the Tesla truck got its like inspiration.
Maybe they can't afford all that stuff because there was only $10,000 to go into the past.
So bad.
Well, thank you, Maggie, for doing this, even though this movie was the worst.
No, you totally did this on purpose.
I enjoyed it so much. When I was, I watched it beforehand. So I've watched it like 2 or 3 times since, I said I was going to do this. And then yesterday, the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, I hope Maggie picks up all this and like this particular thing or this plot. Because when it started, I was like, oh snap, it starts off when they're in the past already. And it's just CGI nonsense.
Horrible CGI. Yeah.
Not even for the time. It's literally like they could have movies in the 80s and looks way better than this.
Listen, you're going to tell me that Star Wars with like
77
could make things look so real. That's what I'm saying. They just didn't have very good people on this film because there's ways to make things look real.
I don't think this was ILM. I don't think this was Lucasfilm.
It's not.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next time if we do this, Maggie, I swear I'll pick a good movie.
I want to pick a movie that you haven't seen because I feel like the last time that you and I talked about it, there were movies that I had seen that you hadn't seen yet.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Not Jane Eyre.
I wouldn't.
Well, that's a difference between you and me. Maggie got movie boarded.
Brandon's gonna be so happy.
Well, thank you so much, Maggie. You probably got to go pick up your child or whatever.
I'm gonna let her watch a few minutes of this and see if she has any.
See if she actually like. Oh, dude, if she does, let me know, and I want to hear her thoughts.
I will not watch it again.
Okay,
this will be a thing that I hopefully can just. Maybe I can go back into the past if we do Cream the Time Machine, and I can just.
Okay, if she does continue watching it, just record her thoughts. Like record her what she thinks about this and send it to me because I would love to put it in.
I'll see if she actually.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna laugh about this for the rest of the day because this is awesome. Thank you so much, Maggie. Bye.